Oh goodness, Joe, I don't know if you can relate to this, but there's sometimes an overwhelming feeling when you look in your closet and you just feel kind of like blech, uninspired. It happens to most of us. Fashion expert and blogger Amy Seaman says you don't need to go out and spend more money on clothes. Your closet just needs a little bit of a facelift.
And we sent our cameras with her during a closet consultation to find out what her secret is to styling the looks you already own.
We're at Nikki's house and we're going through her closet today to do a wardrobe consultation. And what I had her do is I had her create piles. So a pile of things that she knew she wanted to discard, time to get rid of, like great way to declutter. A pile of things that she was going to consign, and a pile of things that she was like on the fence about. And then things that she loves but doesn't know what to style it with, or maybe only wears it one way. So we're gonna kind of work through some of the piles. An example of that is this rainbow sweater. Her default is the entire rainbow of camisoles. The way to keep it more age appropriate and less sort of youthful or juvenile is not to go to matching it with a camisole, but to look at putting like a graphic tee. And so what I would recommend is a graphic tee that has multicolors on it, some sort of print or pattern, and then wearing it with a similar jean to what I have on, so this kind of gray distressed black. Part of identifying gaps is also looking at like, what do you not need any more of? And I noticed right away, Nikki loves vests. We have so many vests here. If you find something you really like and you buy it in multiple colors, totally fine with that, but to a degree, right? So part of this is we'll go through and let's pare it down to like your favorite, say 3, maybe 4 of this poncho. Typically your default would be to wear what underneath it?
Leggings with a tight t-shirt.
Okay.
Like a long sleeve t-shirt.
Like a long sleeve.
That color.
In the matching color, right? Okay, so I love this with the stripes that you have over it. I love a plaid with a stripe.
That's fun.
And then also take it for a walk. So I literally hold it up and I go to the section of where are your layering pieces. So I always say organize it by style type, and then you take it for a walk and see if something catches your eye. So immediately for me, I actually see this plaid. So you can do a plaid on plaid, you can do a stripe on stripe, you can do a polka dot on polka dot. It's all about the coordinating colors. You could also do it with, okay, so this chambray underneath would go. This crisp white would go if you wanted to dress it up a little bit more, and then maybe adding like a long necklace in the middle. So here's an example of what we just did with all of those vests that she has. I actually love a denim vest as a layering piece for under. I think we always think of the vest as being the final piece, but I think it's really cute to have just it popping out from underneath this leather jacket that she has. I just put a basic white shirt and then the fun sorrels with the pop of the coral. So now that we kind of have some direction on, we've pared down what we have, what we need to work with, we're going to continue to mix and match several more looks, and we'll be showing you 3 in studio.
And magically, here they are.
Wow.
How that works out. Hi, girls. Hi, Nikki. Hi, Amy. Okay, Nikki, first, can I just ask you, was it liberating and exciting for you to see, like, oh my gosh, this is all my stuff just being used in different ways?
Yes, that was the biggest reason for me to have Avi do this with me, was to show me things that I could do with things I already have.
Instead of like, okay, I need to go buy a whole new wardrobe.
I don't need to go shopping.
And I like the fact you dressed in layers on a cold day.
I know, it's brilliant.
Yeah.
And be fashionable.
That's right.
So look number 1, that this is kind of this unexpected. This is that rainbow cardigan that you showed us. And again, it was like Nikki's default, which I think a lot of us, find a color in the cardigan and then do the matching camisole. We can do something maybe a little bit more interesting than that.
Absolutely, absolutely. And this is a sweater she has not worn in a while, and it was one of her on the fence pieces. Should I keep this? Should I get rid of it? And I love when I find like a little gem that they get really excited about again. So I wanted to make it a little edgier and bring it on trend with the graphic tee and then the darker, I did find her a pair of the darker grayish black jeans, which are the new black jeans. I said this before.
Listen, are we wearing them? We're all wearing them.
Yes.
That's great.
It also makes it feel more winter. So she said this is her summer sweater that she wears with like white jeans and then a matching camisole. So with the darker tones of the gray, it does feel a little bit more winter appropriate.
Oh my gosh, and then you get this on, and how fun do you feel?
I love it.
Love it.
I love the Queen t-shirt, too.
Yeah, that is pretty cool.
Rock it.
You look like super hip and like a little bit boho, and it's just fabulous. Okay, so you have some other looks that you pulled from Nikki's closet. So show us what else. Look number 2.
Yeah, so this one is also an example of kind of her summer sweater, she called it.
Yeah.
Because it has the open weave. Another piece that she talked about is the chambray shirt and how she kind of felt like it had its moment. excuse me, and she was sort of over it, or didn't feel inspired by it anymore.
Yeah.
And so I said, a chambray shirt is a staple. Everybody should have one in their closet. In fact, I think you can have multiple. You can have one that's a little stiffer and more structured, and then one that's kind of looser and softer like this that's more casual. But adding it as a middle layer. So I think that's something that people don't do often.
Again.
So it goes back to the power of 3 and adding it as a middle layer. And then the Henley underneath just creates an interesting neckline. And then having a long necklace, I think, again, accessories, everybody needs one long necklace that just brings your eyes in and down.
So this was something, Nikki, you hadn't worn that chambray shirt in a really long time. And were you thinking like, okay, maybe it's time has passed?
Yeah, I was kind of thinking, it's probably time to move on.
Time to move on.
Yeah, showing me different ways to wear it that...
You just refreshed it.
Yeah.
Refresh us on the power of 3 and what that means. We'll get some water. Hey, you guys, can we get some water for Amy? She's got a little tickle.
Okay, thanks. The power of 3. So in tidying up, I think there's a big distinction between a closet organizer and a wardrobe consultant.
Yeah.
So I am not here to tidy up.
Yeah.
I am here to help you reimagine the possibilities. Marie Kondo has a process, right? So you go through the process. I have formulas that I give you. So I want you to feel empowered to dress yourself when I leave you. And it comes down to the formula. And so often that's the power of 3, which is thinking about dressing in 3 pieces. So it's a bottom, a top, and then a third piece, like a cardigan, a jacket, a vest. It can be a scarf as an accessory like that, or just a big necklace. You can also think about 3 in terms of a middle layer. So as I showed with the leather jacket and the denim vest, when you add that middle layer, it just creates an element of interest, sort of unexpected. It can really elevate it, makes it feel more thought out and pulled together.
It's sort of like the tie for guys, right? Like you've got the jacket and the shirt, and then the tie is what ties
and you know
it
what?
together.
I have a lot of guys that actually tell me that they think about the power of 3 now when they get dressed. So it was my very first Wednesday's Life segment. I don't know if you remember that.
I remember.
I still have women and men coming up to me and saying it changed the way they got dressed. So it's a formula.
Isn't that great? Okay, so we got one more look
Yes.
that you put together based out of things that Nikki already had. This camo jacket, a vest, and a striped tunic. So which one is this?
Yeah, so I wanted to show again this whole idea of layering.
Oh, fabulous.
My assistant here.
Yeah, no, we're holding
Of
things.
layering a vest underneath as the middle layer. So she had 8 vests. We pared down to 4.
Oh my gosh, Nikki, this is my closet. That's fantastic.
We pared down to 4, and then I helped her reimagine how to think about vests. So again, not just as that outer layer, but adding it underneath this jacket, which this jacket is a little bit lighter, and so again, it brings it into the winter when you add this. This striped tunic tee, she only wore with an ivory sweater over the top just to see, like, create more length at the bottom.
For sure.
Everybody should have a striped tee in their closet.
Because you can mix it with the other
patterns. Because you can mix it with so many patterns. So it's a great layering piece.
That was really great.
And that
Amy.
was the rule of 3s, just to let you know I'm catching on.
You got it.
Yes,
Boy, this is going to change your life too. Thank you so much. That was really fun and really inspiring.
Yes.
And not just about getting rid of stuff, but about making the stuff that you have really work for you. So we posted all these details on our website. Just click on fashion. If this inspired you to find creative styles in your closet, mention TCL and receive $50 off when you book a closet consultation with Amy. During the month of February, we have those details on our website. She's a trooper. She got through that with a tickle in her throat. Man, that's been me before. I know how that goes. Isn't that the worst? Next up, learn how easy it is